Beyond information overload, leveraging how the brain learns from meaningful impact. Abstract. This article discusses the importance of understanding neuroscience principles of how the brain learns and integrates new information with prior knowledge through its natural associative processes, as when new concepts are linked to past experiences through meaningful connections and context. Emotion is also key to effective memory and learning, as emotional experiences are more vividly remembered due to evolutionary priorities. Yet interactions often lack meaning and human connection to optimize learning. Practical applications for organizations are suggested, such as frontloading context in new initiatives by relating them to past strategies and challenges faced, explicitly connecting new hire onboarding information to personal experiences, enhancing trainings with impactful real-world examples, and leveraging empathy during product development by mapping user needs and tying features back to core motivations. By consciously activating neural networks through association, emotion, context, and meaning, organizations can optimize the brain's innate learning abilities compared to passive data consumption, forming deeper, more accessible insights through simple yet intentional techniques. This allows companies to cut through information overload and strategically leverage knowledge in today's changing business environment by operationalizing cognitive principles of learning. As consultants and leaders, we are constantly bombarded with new information from management trends and industry reports to diverse stakeholder perspectives and rapidly changing technologies. At times, it can feel like an endless spiral of input without tangible output. But as my research and years of experience working with organizations has shown me, it's not just the information itself that matters. It's how the brain learns and integrates new knowledge that ultimately determines impact. Understanding the science of learning can empower us to go beyond surface-level data consumption and extract truly meaningful insights. Today, we will explore what neuroscience teaches us about how the brain learns and integrates prior knowledge with new information, and discuss why leveraging these principles is so crucial for driving impact within organizations. The brain as an association machine. The human brain is constantly making connections, linking new concepts to prior knowledge, relating facts to real-world contexts, associating ideas across domains. As cognitive neuroscientist Gary Klein summarizes, the brain does not take in information passively or record it exactly as presented. Instead, it looks for patterns, makes associations, and searches for meaning. Klein, 2016 p.e. 21. This associative nature of cognition has important implications for processing new information in the workplace. When the brain encounters something novel, it does not absorb and store it as independent data. Rather, it strives to incorporate that new learning into pre-existing neural networks. As Marcus Montola explains, new information received triggers the reactivation and reinforcing of existing neural pathways related to previous similar experiences. Montola, 2016 p. 54. In essence, the brain searches its vast repository of prior knowledge for related concepts, trying to map how the new idea fits into existing cognitive schemas. This allows it to attach meaning and establish context-core aspects of effective encoding. Rose, 2017, for example. When consultants discuss a novel management framework with a client, the brain's natural inclination is not just to perceive the terms and techniques in isolation. It also activates any relevant business leadership theories, project management processes, or organizational change experiences already internalized. This associative nature has key implications for optimizing new information intake in the workplace. Bombarding individuals or teams with unrelated facts and uncontextualized data overloads the brain's limited working memory capacity. However, consciously linking new learning to established domains activates richer associative networks that support encoding and later retrieval. Newitz and Wanamaker, 2017. For instance, when introducing a training on collaborative conflict resolution, connecting the concepts to previously encountered team dysfunction scenarios or negotiation case studies provides a cognitive framework for integration. In effect, the brain learns best when it can leverage its natural associative machine tendencies, making it memorable, the role of emotions. Beyond association, another critical factor that impacts how well the brain encodes and consolidates new information is emotion. Research clearly shows emotional experiences and memories are far more vivid and durable than neutral ones. McGaw, 2015. This makes intuitive sense from an evolutionary standpoint. The brain prioritizes retaining knowledge closely linked to survival mechanisms like threat detection or social bonding. In the workplace, effectively processing and recalling myriad facts, processes, and changes is essential for professional success. Yet often interactions feel devoid of real human connection or meaning, like a never-ending PowerPoint presentation void of passion or purpose. To truly optimize learning and equip participants to retain and apply new knowledge long-term, research emphasizes the importance of arousing emotions. For example, infusing learning content with compelling personal anecdotes and case studies that bring lessons to life can spark curiosity, relate new ideas to lived experiences, and activate the brain regions dedicated to socially relevant information processing. Cozzolino, 2013. Alternatively, highlighting how a particular framework directly impacts effectiveness, morale, or customer success drives relevance, a primal emotional driver. Explaining concepts with engaging metaphors and analogies stimulates associative networks, while imparting memorable mental models. Heath and Heath, 2017. Even activities like collaborative concept mapping or jigsaw discussions prompt social connection through teamwork, a proven memory booster. Rather than dry data dumps, multisensory experiences that activate emotion-centered learning networks are most impactful. Simply sharing the strategic intent behind initiatives can motivate long-term buy-in through meaning and purpose. Huey, 2002. Frameworks like design thinking even build emotional resonance into problem-solving process through empathy and prototyping. When properly leveraged, emotions are learning superchargers rather than detriments. Putting it into practice. While neuroscience yields powerful theoretical insights, the real value lies in practical application. Below are a few suggestions for how organizational leaders and internal consultants can consciously implement principles of brain-based learning to maximize workplace impact. Front-load context by highlighting how new initiatives relate to past strategies, initiatives the team has worked on, or challenges they've encountered. Neuroeducation, 2019. For example, before introducing a change management program, reflect on lessons learned from past. Restructuring efforts. In onboarding, explicitly connect new hire information, like policies and systems, to relevant personal and professional experiences, like leadership philosophies, expertise areas, or pain points addressed. Stoltzfus, 2011. Infuse trainings with real company and client examples wherever possible. Case studies and success stories spark associative memory networks, better than abstract concepts alone. Ambrose et al. 2010. Have product teams map user needs and jobs to be done rather than jumping to solutions. Tying features back to core user motivations enhances retention and buy-in through empathy and emotion. Christensen et al. 2016. Sprinkle in engaging metaphors whenever explaining complex technical topics or strategic frameworks to make dense information stick through mental models. Heath and Heath, 2017. Close the loop by periodically relating new priorities back to why through mission and vision. Tap motivation potential to prime activation of higher-order reasoning and meaning networks. CNEC, 2009. build social bonds through peer learning like jigsaw activities that activate collaborative and memory-boosting socio-emotional networks. Putnam et al. 2016. Prototype and role-play whenever possible to activate multisensory learning pathways and meaning creation through experience. Kelly and Kelly, 2013. In industries undergoing rapid change, the ability to extract true insights from information overload and turn knowledge into impact is paramount. By keeping neuroscience principles of associative encoding, emotionally salient memory pathways, and meaning making front and center, whether training frontline staff or strategizing multi-year plans, organizations can supercharge learning at both individual and group levels. Understanding how the amazing learning machine that is the human brain really works offers a powerful compass for driving real, lasting change. Conclusion. As leaders balancing diverse stakeholder priorities and volatile market forces, it can feel near impossible to keep up with and leverage every scrap of information at our disposal. However, the science of learning underscores that effective information processing is far more about quality than quantity. By consciously activating well-established neural networks through association, emotion, context, and meaning, rather than passive consumption, organizations truly optimize the brain's natural abilities. Through simple yet intentional techniques like anchoring new concepts in real experiences, tapping motivation power, leveraging social resonance, and engaging multisensory pathways, the type of memories and insights formed become far deeper and more readily accessible. This allows both individuals and teams to cut through data clutter and extract true value from all the ideas, strategies, and concepts vying for mindshare each day. By operationalizing cognitive principles, companies enhance the longevity and impact of learning across every level of the organization. In this era of exponential change, few assets are more valuable